Everybody, welcome to the daily update for Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. Let's not bury the lead, okay? Let's not do it. I've had some pretty amazing days in my 40-year career in the market. First five-figure day was five-figure trade, actually, in the mid-2000s on ICE, Intercontinental Exchange. Took $500 and 40x'd it overnight in 2008, 2009. Also in ICE calls. That was pretty big. Had a day during the financial crisis where had a bunch of options in financial names. And within 15 minutes of the open, I was up $77,000. And by the close, I gave it all back and another $22,000. I literally puked at my desk twice. But I have never had a six-figure day until today. A six-figure day. Now, why am I telling you this? It's because I'm great to get adulation, to make you jealous, whatever. No, none of that. There's a point to this. First, let me just go through and show you what did some of the heavy lifting today. And these are names that obviously we've been talking about for a long time. Subscribers know them. So first of all the junky pot names rallied. So we had Curaleaf up 26%. This is a legacy position in my portfolio, but nice to have it up. Poet did a lot of the heavy lifting here. Everyone knows this is a name I've been big for quite some time. It's been an amazing run in Poet, but we were up almost 25% today. MSOS is up 20%. Some other names, Optics, which have been in since the fours, it's up 15%. Kraken, not a big move, but adding to it. Bros, which I've been accumulating a position in forever, had a nice move today. Wolf, which I've got options in, moved. And then I was just a hair under a six-figure day, and thank goodness Tesla rallied on earnings. So assuming Elon doesn't say anything stupid on the conference call in like 30 minutes, don't say anything stupid, Elon, I will have these six-figure days. Now, so what? Big deal, right? Because guess what? Tomorrow, this could all go away. In fact, I've found that over the course of my career, the biggest days that I have up are often followed by big down days. So whatever. And by the way, none of this counts till you sell it. But I want to tell you this to illustrate a point. And the point is that we've been talking about this for quite some time now, about how when we got this rally, one of the things that you had to do is you had to reset your mind. You can't anchor from here. A lot of people missed out on this rip. I mean, a lot of people. And they still are missing out on the move from here to here. A lot of names have gone during that period. And so what we've been talking about here, so on the 16th, I put out this post here, a simple reframe that could pay off big. And what we talked about on that day, I went over a few different things. The first was don't anchor, reprice, meaning don't anchor yourself to that low, right? The low that we saw right here. You got to just throw that out. Don't anchor to that. Market doesn't care where you wish you bought. The anchor is your problem. You got to reset the chart and focus where we are now. I said, delete the dip. Forget about it. Delete it. Treat it as it was event-driven noise. I also talked about the fact that if we hadn't had that self-imposed dip, we might actually have just gone like this. Here, let's go back here. So if we didn't have that self-imposed dip, just like, remember the tariff tantrum? This was self-imposed here. If we didn't have it, we might have just gone like this. Same thing would have happened if we didn't choose to go into Iran. We might have just gone like this. In any case, you had to delete the dip. right? Next thing was trade the counterfactual. Where would we be if nothing happened? Right? That's often a closer reality than the path we took. And then you had to isolate the distortion. Don't predict outcomes. Oh, we ripped so hard, we've got to come back in. And then finally, price is more important than narrative. Price has already absorbed the headlines. This is back on the 16th. Strong markets ignore bad news. The reaction matters more than the reason. So we've seen this move from here. That was here, 16th. And we've gone even higher. And some names are tremendously higher. Like we just talked about Poet. Move on Poet. Don't mess things up here, Lund. Poet is up 75% in 4 trading days. I think it's up 175. Let's see. What was it? The low here was 5, basically. What are we at here? 12. So is that 100 and 150%-ish? We're at 13. All right. So the point is ignoring all this stuff, resetting your mind, starting fresh would have allowed you to get in some names, take advantage of some of the things that have been moving on our watch lists. So hopefully you did that. And if you didn't, that's okay. Like I always say, if you missed out on this move, it's okay. You just got to go back and do a little bit of a post-mortem, figure out what your mindset is, what were your beliefs, who were you listening to? That's the big one. Who were you listening to that was feeding you crap, right? That was telling you all these geopolitical things because they were experts and wasn't paying attention to price. And then what you got to do? Eliminate those people, right? Change your mindset next time. And here's the best thing, right? Here's the best thing you can do. Get involved in a community like ours. Seriously, we don't put up with that crap, okay? The whole point of the Lund Loop is to do the same goddamn boring thing over and over again. Find good names, find good market environments, find good setups, lather, rinse, repeat. We just keep doing it over and over and over again. You'll get names like Poet. What's a $300 annual subscription to the Lund Loop when you can get a stock like Poet that goes up 75%? How about Optics, which we have, which is up 130%, right? I mean, that's all we do. We don't listen to the news. We don't make political statements. We don't care what the social winds, which way they're blowing. We just care about making money. And a reminder, we don't make money for the hell of it. We make money for a number of very important reasons. Financial security, family, financial foundation, to support the people and causes you care about. It's for a better quality of life. That's what we're doing here. So rant over. Let's get to today's intraday action. And you can see we just gapped right up here at the open. Minor little consolidation. And in the Discord, like this is like 7:30 Pacific time. So that's like right here. And we saw some names coming in. We had that morning pop and I said, we should get a fade here, right? I mean, look, we've gone straight up. It wouldn't be unreasonable to get a fade here because the market right now is consolidating through time. It's digesting. So you don't really expect it to keep going. I said, but the pain trade is still just a grind higher relentlessly all day long. And guess what we did? Well, we didn't quite go higher, but went sideways. And then we got that bid and we went right up into the close, closed at the high of the day, closed above yesterday's high. And that's the way it was on everything. Look at the Qs. The Qs making a nice move here. So all in all, a great day. All right, let's go through all the indexes and do the rest of the smash.